paperwork going through. You can't share any comments. Is there any manager you think that might be able to?
I am the manager.
Our multiple emails to Tesla's headquarters have been met with silence.
It defies logic that these corporate stores of Tesla and Tesla shareholders and Elon Musk would be able to sell 8,600 vehicles in a single weekend. There's something highly unusual about this.
So to recap, Canada has been running an EV rebate program, which has been quite popular and quite successful. The way the program works is that when a customer purchases an EV, the cost of the rebate is originally fronted by the dealership. Then the dealer receives reimbursement from the government. Now, in early January, the government announced the fund was running low on money and might be suspended sometime in the next few weeks. And that is when 4 Tesla dealerships pulled off the biggest miracle since fish and loaves, somehow selling 8,600 cars in just 3 days. One dealership claims to have sold 4,000 Teslas over this period. Now, that is quite a jump from the few dozen or so cars that they had previously been moving per day. I really got to see those morning sales meetings, I guess. I mean, are they hypnotizing the customers? Are they handing out tariff exemptions? Did they switch the complimentary coffee for pre-workout and crack? According to Car Scoops and basic math, this level of sales would have required each of these 4 Tesla stores to sell 30 cars per hour, 24 hours per day for 3 straight days. Now, if you scale the time back to the actual hours when the dealerships were even open, you would have more than 1 car sold every minute at each of these dealers across that 3-day period. Insane. As one government official told the Toronto Star, quote, Tesla did not sell those cars that weekend. Now, Tesla went on to claim $43 million in rebates, sucking up about half the remaining balance in the rebate fund, leaving other EV dealers holding the bag after they sold vehicles with the rebate priced in, expecting to get a refund from the government. According to the Canadian Auto Dealers Association, independent dealers are out of pocket about $10 million after Tesla's car rebate application bomb. Now, perhaps people just saw the rebate was ending and decided in spectacular numbers to buy a Tesla before that perk went away. Cutting against that notion, however, is that, like the rest of the world, Canadian Tesla sales have been absolutely tanking, declining some 70% month over month. I think a more plausible explanation is that Tesla had sold a bunch of cars with the rebate over a number of months, never filed those applications with the government. But that explanation, too, has some holes. Why the mass surge at just these few dealerships? Also, according to the Toronto Star, the program does require that rebate applications be filed before a car is delivered. Transport Canada did admit, however, that this policy was not being fully enforced, so we'll see what the government investigation turns up ultimately. Now, whether Tesla gamed the system fair and square, fudged the rules, or outright defrauded it, it's one more reason Canadians are certainly pissed at Musk and Tesla at a time when both the man and the company are facing massive global backlash. Here in the US, Tesla has attracted protests and property damage. Charging stations have been set on fire. Cars have been tagged with stickers of Elon's Sig Heil. And protests have targeted Tesla dealerships across the country. For Elon personally, there is obviously a lot at stake. It's believed that Tesla makes up about 1/3 of Elon's net worth, and it's not like all his other business ventures are going particularly smoothly at this point. Italians are pissed at Elon for meddling in their politics. They're threatening to scuttle a significant Starlink contract to the tune of $1.5 billion. Mexican billionaire Carlos Slim is cutting ties with Musk and Starlink after Elon amplified a tweet suggesting that he was tied to drug cartels. Back in Canada, Ontario Premier Doug Ford permanently canceled a $100 million Starlink contract in response to Trump's trade war. And Elon's last 2 rocket launches both blew up spectacularly, causing commercial flight diversions and airport closures in Florida. But me personally, I wouldn't worry too much about Elon's bank account, since as of today, he effectively has the entire U.S. Treasury backstopping his net worth. And this is exactly the bet that he has placed. I suspect he has to know that going full right-wing would hurt Tesla, would endanger contracts for Starlink and other of his companies. But the short-term loss to him is well worth it if he's able to pull off his coup and continue his power grab. He'll have access to all of our data to feed into his AI, along with whatever other government favors he needs to help him prevail in the AI arms race. He'll be able to plow endless taxpayer resources into SpaceX to further enrich himself and achieve his big goal of making it to Mars. As weird and sci-fi as it sounds, Mars is really kind of the ultimate dictator play here from Elon, because if he makes it to Mars, his rule there would be fully unchallenged, and he could achieve his dream of a fully privatized society run at his personal whim. No more Canadian transportation agencies to shake their fist at him for EV rebates. No more Debbie Downer regulators to complain about him turning the Gulf of Mexico into the Gulf of SpaceX debris. No more pesky customers with their choices to buy other vehicles. But even if you think the Mars idea is preposterous, which I do for the record, winning the AI race alone would make Musk an unstoppably powerful force. The idea of ketamine-addled, megalomaniac Elon Musk having control over the first earthly intelligence to surpass our own is truly terrifying. And there is a decent chance that that is exactly where we are headed. So as much as I'd like to think that Canada investigating Tesla and the stock dropping, the Starlink contracts getting canceled would matter to him, I just don't actually think that's really how he ticks. He's all in. Massive gambles. Everything on the line. That's what he's all about. And right now, he is risking it all for world domination. Who am I to say that that bet won't pay off? And Sagar, I'm curious for your view of whether,
Hey guys, if you want to see what I had to say to Crystal's monologue, not just this one, all of them, going back to the very beginning, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com.